they're not gonna hear the first 2 to 3 minutes of us venting, but I don't even know what groan. That groan, I felt it. I felt it in my core too.
Save me.
Listen, man. This is why it's important for people to support, like, comment, and subscribe, because the more we're going up, the closer I see the light at the end of the tunnel. The light at the end of the tunnel, because we need it. We need it. Speaking of things that we need, we also need to introduce the show. Welcome to another episode of Where's the Remote? I'm Steven, and I'm joined here by my equally tired co-host, Regine. How you doing, friend? How you doing?
Ciao. I don't want to get into it. I don't even want to get into it.
Listen, that's a whole other pod that's unrelated to what we here for anyway.
It's definitely giving end of the year blues, winter. It's getting chilly outside. Like, yeah, it's giving all of that.
Yes. I feel like in a weird way, I relate to like bears of like, once it starts getting cold,
hibernation.
I just want to hibernate. Like, I'm not trying to be that productive. You feel me? Like, natural resources, that's it. That's all. That's all I got time for. I don't want to work. I don't want to do much. I just want to eat, sleep, maybe lift a few weights, maybe watch some TV, and call it a life.
I haven't been to the gym in so long. Like, I miss it. But my body has to heal before I go back in there. Because,
the gym is like the only thing that keeps me sane at this point.
Yeah,
outside of this.
That's true. But it's only once a week. It's only once a week.
Yeah.
Not enough.
This is why, again, if you like, comment, and subscribe, is the closer we get to the end goal. And then it's like, you know what, you guys, 1 episode a week isn't enough. 2 episodes a week isn't enough. You guys got to, keep doing it. Maybe do a daily show. And it's like, listen, if the check is there, I'll pod day and night.
Do you have a number, by the way?
That's a good question. What's a good question? I don't know if we should talk about this on air. Like, what's a number that we feel comfortable with where it's like, okay, I could see, I'm crazy. Because
mine would be astronomical too.
No, mine's is not astronomical.
Mine would be just
if it matches what I make now, I would quit.
Mine would have to be way more. I don't even make that much money anyway, but you can't tell. So there's that. But because I'm always rich, like money literally loves me. But it would be something like, it would be astronaut. It would have to be up there because I like to spend it, like to change.
Fair. I also, for me, I've always, which is funny because I was talking to my therapist about this, I'm more so focused on quality of life. And if someone can pay me to do the things I actually enjoy to do, then like, I don't need no crazy number. Like, I ain't got no kids. I ain't got no crazy expenses. Like, I don't need no Benz. I don't need nothing.
Yeah, thank God you don't need a car. I'm trying to get rid of mine today.
Like, listen, easy, calm life. When the girls we talk about, they want the soft life.
That first off, don't even get me started on that. That's a whole nother thing. Like, it's a scam.
Let's actually talk about the actual niche and category of this show instead of real life.
Right, because I'm about to get mad.
Anyways, we're here with a very special episode. If you guys been tracking and following, you know that we had started The Last Frontier, but we ain't like it, so we stopped covering it. But we're still gonna watch it and give y'all a season recap. That being said, early on in you said what?
Now we hate it so much. That is so funny. Man, that is actually kind of funny. Like, we really was like watching. It was like,
Listen, I gave it a try.
We tried what, 2, 3 episodes, maybe even 4. I feel like.
I think we covered the first 3, and then by episode 3, it was like, y'all ain't got it. Y'all ain't got the juice. Y'all ain't got the juice.
Not or the squeeze. Okay.
Listen, talk to them. But if you guys have been following along, we kind of had like a few evergreen episodes, but we had knew coming into this, like, fall, winter, more TV shows about to, start dropping. And now we got options. We don't have to be stuck with like a Last Frontier. Now we got options. So for all the shit talking that I have, for all the shit talking that I have about The Last Frontier, I'm gonna give some immediate thoughts because I saw some conversations online, not necessarily conversations. Somebody had commented, I think it was either on our YouTube page or our TikTok, because one of our videos is doing solid numbers, and it was basically us saying like, hey, this show ain't good. And majority of people agreed with us. And then one person was like,
what are you talking about?
One person was like, nah, it actually was good. And like the most recent episode, which I think is episode 7, was like, it ended with a cliffhanger. And I'm like, all right, let me go watch
so the last episode of the season that has I agreed. I literally said yes. This last episode was probably one of the best episodes of this season. That's it. That's it. 7?
I mean, the whole spoiler alert, the whole like, oh, it was her all along sort of trope. That didn't wow me. That didn't blow me away. Especially, and then what makes it worse is now that I know that it was the same writers from the Blacklist, it kind of feels very Blacklist-ish. Like, oh, you thought it was this person, but come to find out, they were undercover the whole time. Kind of like Elizabeth's husband was a Russian spy the whole time. It was kind of like, that feels cheap. But like everything else, I don't care about. I don't care about the kids. I don't care about. I mean, I will say, if they actually started the season with his daughter dying, that would have had way more of an emotional impact leading into the rest of the series.
You know, that's very true, because finding out how his daughter died was very actually important. I feel like, to the season. So putting that, like, was episode 6
7.
7. But they actually said, hey, they were actually trying to kill him, but they killed his daughter.
Right.
That would have been very important to show. I will have to agree.
And it's like, if you start off the show exactly with that scene, you're like, oh, here's this, guy who may be a police officer or whatever. He's going to his daughter to go do stuff, and then you randomly get shot and then end up killing his daughter. It's like, damn, where's this show gonna go? And then it takes you to Alaska, and it's like, okay, how did he get here? Like, what, all the stuff that's happening. I just feel like it's bad pacing, bad writing. Then also with this whole, like, it was her all along. It's like, okay, so then what was the whole purpose of the whole inmates? Because now I was thinking the inmates was tied to Havelock, but they have no ties to him in any capacity. So it's like,
zero.
What was the point? What was the point? What's that, Cardi? What was the reason? What was the reason?
That is true. The fact that the inmates actually have no ties to it's like, it's just fillers, basically. Like, that's basically what it is. Like, they could have put the inmates, whatever shenanigans, more into the writing of the plot. Yes. Like, the inmates literally have nothing to do with the story at all. None of them even know who he is, basically.
Right, basically. And for someone who's you're supposed to feel like he's the villain of the show, they ain't really even do a good job at that, because he don't really kill nobody. He'll disable certain people when he wants to get access to stuff.
That is true.
But he ain't really do anything like like he ain't really do anything villain related. So it's kind of like, why do I even care? So, I mean, shout out to that person who left that comment. Music, TV, film is all subjective. We don't agree. Well, you actually liked the episode. I wasn't blown away.
Out of the sea, I said, out of everything that they put out so far, that is just the best that they have. That's all I said. I didn't say that, like, 10 out of 10, like, now I'm tuned in. I didn't say that.
I mean, making some progress from rock bottom don't really mean shit to me, but, more power to them. more power to them. So that was the only reason why I wanted to cover it, because I was like, maybe I'm the odd man out. But no, I'm not. The show's not good.
No.
And then we have, we were just talking about the pronunciation of this Pluribus. Yes, I got it. Pluribus.
I feel like they really should have, like, put that in the show, like,
the actual yeah. And then why I guess one is to mean like she's the only one left, because they
Pluribus
instead of
has a meaning.
Yes.
Pluribus is a Latin word meaning many or from many.
Oh. Okay. I mean,
Actually,
I know I gotta know what that means in terms of, the show, because it's like the virus
yes.
takes over everybody, but it's like,
Yes.
okay,
But they
whatever,
could have named
cool.
something else, I think.
Um, so we know Vince Gilligan. For people who don't know, if you don't know the behind the scenes, Vince Gilligan is a creator and writer. He's the one who created and wrote Breaking Bad, Better Call Saul, the Camino movie. So there was a lot of hype going into Pluribus because, when you make Breaking Bad, we as an audience expect you to like meet
High
said
level.
expectations, especially
Yeah.
when one of the characters, the main actress, is also a lead on Better Call Saul. So it's kind of like, okay, what else
Oh,
could?
she is. What was it? Was her name Jenny? Not
No, I don't
Jenny.
remember her name. But
But
she's the
she was
one.
Saul's like girl.
Yeah.
Oh, dang. I didn't put that together.
Yeah. So there was a lot of hype coming into it. So I'm like, all right, I'll give it a watch.
Yeah.
It's not a bad show. I would just say it's a very ambitious show, because here's this person who you clearly could tell he didn't write her to be like a hero. He just writes her as a person. So she has to me, she comes off very like Karen like.
Very, very,
But I
very,
could also
very.
understand like when all of society has fallen and like this virus is basically saying like, hey, we'll support you, but at some point we're gonna figure out how we're gonna take you over too. Like, I would probably be hostile as well.
One thing that kind of confuses me about it is the fact that everyone is converted.
Mm-hmm.
Except like they had like, the few that they didn't, but it really feels like Carol is the person that they really, really, really want to turn. Like, what is it about Carol that they want to save her? You know? And I think that's
Yes.
like like that's where I'm like, okay. Like, tell
Well,
me
yeah.
something more.
And even when I was texting you, I was like, every time we would have a conversation about it, I'm like, the episodes are good or I'm intrigued enough, but it just leaves me with more questions. Like,
Mhm.
why these select people? And
Mhm.
then I guess more from like a psychological sort of perspective, because even when she meets the other group, the other
Mhm.
members, like most of them had their family with them. And it's like,
Right.
if I was in that situation, would I want this, I guess, doppelganger of my family
Mhm.
member, knowing that they're not the real person? But then it also is like, that's probably the last bit of humanity I have left,
Yeah.
and it keeps me sane. So I don't know. I think it's an interesting show. I think, again, it's still very ambitious because she's essentially just talking. She's, I mean, she interacts with other people, but it's essentially a focus on her and how she
Mhm.
navigates this, and then like how she's dealing with this virus and like this main, I forget the name of the character that she wrote, but this main character that she interacts with more times than not. And it almost
Mhm.
feels like, in a weird way, they're kind of like setting up some sort of like, not a romantic connection, but like this connection where she kind of cares for uh this one member of the colony, I should say. Because
Maybe.
remember when she threw the grenade
Uh-huh.
and then Shorty got the
She got
whatever,
hurt.
yeah, she got hurt from the grenade, like she was
Yeah.
very concerned. One half of it could have been like, when she gets angry and upset, they all react to her. So maybe that
Mm.
was why she reacted that way. Or feel like that's the only person she really been interacting with since the fall of humanity.
Yeah.
And so there's like this sort of connection in this weird way.
Like,
So,
she's always there. Like, she's always there.
right,
So, it's
right.
like it's like that is becoming normal to her, and it's like they
Mm-hmm.
actually have a conversation versus, like, the other people, it's like, "What can I do for you?"
Mm-hmm.
Not more of like a conversation, "Tell me more," type of thing. So, I think that's that. And then her friend, which I don't know if her manager friend, that might have been her lover.
Oh yeah, they was together. I
They
think
didn't
it,
say that?
I think they made it. I
Uh-uh.
don't. I think
I
they made it
think the
kind of
last
clear.
episode is kinda where they, like, kinda put it to like, they're kinda basically insinuating that they were together when they was in that hotel that Iceman Hotel. Oh, that was just too much for me. I would hate that.
WPS. I would never.
Never. Like, I'm cold. Like, how do you go to sleep in your jacket? How do you take a shower in your jacket?
You got me sleeping on
so
ice.
So many things.
But yeah, I don't know. And then also, it's supposed to be a virus, so it's not supposed to feel anything. But that one main one that she interacts with, her dialogue comes off sometimes as like emotional reactions to certain stuff. Even the when she took her to the hospital and the delivery driver was talking to her, like the delivery driver seemed very concerned about her and how she was dealing with things. And even like, you know, the whole weird, like, oh, if I asked for an atomic bomb, would you get it for me? And he's like, well, why would you want one? Like, what would cause you to even want something like that? So it's kind of like, I don't know. It's a very interesting show, but I feel like it's very ambitious because for me at least, it's like, all right, I don't know how many episodes is in the season, but for me at least, it's like at some point it's like, all right, we need to start picking things up.
I think that I'm hoping by this next episode that drops that we are kind of getting the plot of it all. Because I feel like I think that's the biggest thing is we're not really getting a plot. Like, we know that they want to change her. We know there's a virus that was, like, made. We know these things, but what else? Like, what else?
Yeah, like, what else? And it's like, you have essentially the whole population on the Earth with these, 5, 6 people that are immune. So it's like y'all could just bum rush her at any point.
And they did in like the first episode where they tried to kiss her, and I thought that they actually kissed her.
Yeah, they did, but that's one of the questions. What makes her immune? Like, what makes her immune?
Who is Carol?
Yeah, like what makes her immune? Is it something emotionally about her that causes her to like prevent it? Is it something more scientific? Like, what's the sort of reasoning?
Think like a dream or something.
I would be pissed.
Would that piss you off?
Yes, I would be pissed if it's one of those dreams.
Would that piss you off?
As someone who's rewatching Lost, I would be pissed.
Yeah, like what if this is like really just like a new book plot twist for her?
Yeah, I'd be pissed. And then I guess the last sort of question before we actually pivot to our episode focus that the show makes me think of is like, would I want to normalize my life even though I know everything is to hell? Because she had the last episode, she made them like restore her local supermarket. And it's like, would I feel comfortable just going to the supermarket to get my stuff?
Listen, I would make them do everything. Honestly, I think I would have loved it.
Every Aquarius would be having like, wait, I ain't got to talk to nobody?
What? They do what I want?
You do what I say?
What? Bruh. I can go on the plane and go anywhere I want?
Bro. I'm immediately finding, what's that dude's name? Nick something. I'm like, hey, you find Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson and make me another season of True Detective and reenact this right now.
Anything that you want. What? Chop, chop. Where's my dinner? Breakfast.
No more bills? No more work?
Bring my Starbucks. Thank you so much.
I'd cry tears of joy. My wildest dreams have come true. My wildest dreams have come true.
Literally.
But the show that we were blessed with to now that we could shift and focus on for the next 2 weeks at least, because they dropped everything all at once on Netflix, all 8 episodes. It's a limited series, so I think it's one and done, which is totally fine.
Yeah.
But The Beast in Me, starring Claire, I think her name is Claire Danes. If you're not familiar with Claire Danes, she is the lead actress from Showtime's Homeland. Yes, please double check.
Yes.
Because I could be wrong. I could be making stuff up.
Her name is Claire for sure, but I don't know if that last name doesn't sound correct.
I think it's Claire Danes. Maybe I'm wrong.
No, but yeah, she's you're right.
Oh, look at me knowing stuff. Okay. She was the lead actress on Showtime's Homeland. So really great show if you haven't watched. I think even Jay-Z name dropped it in a song before. So it's like that goes to show like it crossed, certain cultural thresholds. Which is funny because I don't see people talk about Homeland as like a top TV show of all time.
I've been trying to tell people. I've been trying to tell people since we started this pod because I was binging it.
Maybe because
Homeland. I guess Homeland 2011 to 2020. So I guess when I feel like the rise of binging started is when they were ending.
You know what it is? That's also around the same time of Game of Thrones, Breaking Bad, Walking Dead.
Yeah.
So depending on your taste level, it's hard to like rank them. You would probably say Game of Thrones is number 1, then Breaking Bad. And I think The Wire was around that time too. Well, no, I think The Wire was done by then.
Yeah, or close. I think it was still on, but at the end. But Homeland, like, I just watched it, y'all. It is every season is like, mwah, mwah, give me more, give me more, give me more. Carrying that pussy, please. Cause she be throwing it, but no, give me, so good.
Yes,
so good.
Good TV. So highly recommend it if you haven't watched it. But let's jump in. We're going to cover the first 4 episodes this week, and then we'll cover the next 4 episodes, and hopefully we have a proper send-off for this limited series. I believe it's also the same creator and writer as Homeland, so it makes sense as to why it's so good.
Yeah, she hasn't been anything since Homeland, which is even crazier, so fitting for her.
Yeah, but she also... And I don't know if I wrote this down. Actually, I did, so I'll bring it up later. But yeah, let's get into the synopsis really quick. The first 4 episodes of The Beast in Me introduces Aggie Wiggs, a Pulitzer-winning author crippled by grief and writer's block following the death of her son in a car crash, who then meets her new neighbor, the charming but widely suspected real estate mogul Niall Jarvis, whose wife Madison vanished years ago. Aggie is initially hesitant, but at the suggestion of her editor and a desire to escape her current project, she agrees to write a biography about Niall, using it as a pretext to investigate his possible involvement in Madison's disappearance, all while a rogue FBI agent, Brian Abbott, warns her away from him. The tension escalates dramatically when Teddy Fennig, the young man Aggie blames for her son's death, disappears after she mentions him to Niall, fueling her suspicion. By the end of the 4th episode, Aggie meets with Madison's parents, who surprisingly defend Niall, and reveals Madison struggles with bipolar disorder and a past suicide attempt, offering a different narrative to the public's perception, while Agent Abbott is brutally confronted and murdered by Niall after discovering a hidden video feed that shows Teddy Fennig is alive but held captive, confirming Niall's sinister nature. My dear friend, what are your immediate thoughts?
Man, that's the whole... Did you watch the whole thing first off? Did you watch the whole thing?
No.
You didn't? Oh, man. No cap, y'all. I think we talked about this in a previous episode. I think we did. We did actually, about like...
If a show is so good, you're going to just start binging straight through?
Not that part. But like a limited series versus like multiple like seasons of a series. This is actually why I think I chose limited series, and I think like this show is actually why I did finish it. I'm not gonna lie. It was that good. And of course, my husband was like, as soon as I started, he's like, "What's this? Let me watch it."
This is why you need to live like Carol in Pluribus, so you can watch your TV undisturbed.
I'm like, this is my show, like, please. But no, this was just 1 through 8. I don't care. Great freaking show. Like the suspense, the writing, the pacing, just the drops, even though it's like very simplified, but still kind of complex in some senses too. I feel like anybody could really watch this and still be very intrigued into it. Like acting great, very WPS, they do their thing. They do their thing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
I mean, yeah, I love the I'm glad you watched the whole thing. So definitely no spoilers for me, because I had to save the other 4. Yeah, I agree with everything you said. I think I mean, what I wrote this down later down the line, or maybe it's actually my second note, but like her and Elizabeth Moss, who's the actress on Handmaid's Tale, there's just something about them and like the typecasting of like being panicked white women is like, come on, man, come on, like it's just too believable. Like even the first episode, like you could just tell how much anxiety she has with, you know, struggling with her writer's block, obviously the PTSD from her son dying. Like it's like, I don't even care where this is gonna go. You just gonna be frantic and out of control the rest of the series. And we clearly see that she really is like frantic and out of control the rest of the series. Because in like a weird way, she almost operates like Carrie.
I was literally thinking that,
but
like,
not really.
Yeah, it's like I see Carrie, but it's like Carrie with that wig, because you know Carrie's blonde in Homeland, but in there her hair she's like a brunette. But it's like, you know, when Carrie get into this and she put that wig on. This is, and also the other thing is she's a lesbian. So I think that kind of, she's like more mass presenting in this role versus Carrie isn't very mass presenting. She's very, I would say, neutral, but obviously we know that she likes men in Homeland.
Right.
But yes, like the character,
she's in like she's in a male dominated field and like in a very aggressive sort of like circumstance.
Yeah.
I was watching it, I was like, this really remind me of Carrie, but not really. And I'm like, I fucks with it because it's like, it just shows good writing. It's like, you could make me think, you could remind me of somebody else, but still being like fresh and new. That very first episode, I love how it's shot. I love how it's the color grading. Like even with the different camera angles, like I said, it makes you feel her anxiety because it's like someone who's anxious, like they're looking around, she panicking, is like, I can't figure this out. And it's like, bruh, chef's kiss. Then just like visually, because I had to look it up, I was like, I think the show is set in New York, but most of like all the shooting that they done is done in New Jersey. Because them houses, I was like, y'all got some money. Y'all got some money, especially Niall's house. Niall's house is fire. Niall's house is fire. And then speaking of Niall, the actor Matthew Rhys, amazing job.
Yeah, he did great.
Amazing job. I think it's very hard for any actor to like play an asshole and play a smug, but feel like it's very believable.
Of like, them eyes.
It's the eyes. It's how like, you know, how snotty he is without necessarily having like being as necessarily forward about it. Like how snarky and clever he is with his responses. Cause I think even like the first time, I was about to call her Carrie. The first time is it Aggie?
Yeah, Aggie.
Yeah, the first time Aggie goes to her house, he makes a comment about her son dying. And I'm like, yo, I don't know.
He had no filter. He would just say anything. Like, who are you? Like, who are you? Like, I need to know who you are, because clearly whoever you are in this character is someone who just got the balls. Like, you literally have the balls.
Right, exactly. And I think in a lot of these sorts of shows, like I think we both had watched the trailer prior. The trailer kind of like makes it seem like it's a misdirect of like, oh, he probably didn't do it. And like she ends up being a killer or whatever the case is. But the things that, at least from like documentaries or other really good TV shows, serial killers are the types who have a huge fucking ego. They like drawing more attention to themselves. They think they're smarter than everybody. So it's like, of course he would invite all of this and like he don't care. And like his father is telling him not to participate and like trying to, you know, clean up all the other stuff around him so he's in the clear. But it's like, he just thinks he's going to just outsmart and escape because he clearly done it. Like his wife is missing. Now Teddy is missing. And it's like, you know, he's feeding into that. And it was like, yeah, you did that shit. Like as soon as I saw him acting around, you did that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I thought that it was like also kind of how he was acting. This was actually kind of interesting. When she goes over there, I think it was like episode 2 or something. She goes over there, he's eating that full-blown chicken. Now that was like, "Oh, you're crazy," because how he was eating that chicken was like,
I had that note too. Like he was eating it like very carnivorous.
yes,
like he's animalistic about it.
yes, like, bro, what's wrong with you? Like eating the whole
And
chicken.
it just shows how like intentional the show is.
Exactly.
Because one, you wrote the scene in, and then how you shoot it. It's not just, oh, the camera is just showing him. It's like, no, here's a zoom in. You're seeing his lips. You're seeing the grease all over his face, his fingers. You're seeing the grease off of the chicken. It's like,
you see, he's like literally eating the chicken off the bone, pulling out bone only. Like, yeah. But even
and he
like
talks about sorry for cutting you off. He talks about bloodlust. I think he talks about bloodlust
I've never even heard of that. Like, this episode 1, he talks about bloodlust, and I literally was like, what is even bloodlust? Like, I've never even heard of that term before until like this show. And he definitely explains it very well, and I think he acts it out very well too as well, which is like, okay, I don't know what bloodlust is, but I get the concept of it, you know. But anyways, back to the scene he's eating the chicken. Like the way he's talking, and he's like, "Yeah, I killed my wife," and she's like he's saying it like matter of factly, like, "Yeah, I did that shit," but he's also like, "But like, no, I never did it." Like, it's like how he said it was like, okay, yeah, he's admitting it, but he's not admitting it at the same time. So I think that was really like, okay, did he? Did he not? Like that made me kind of confused. I think in that scene, like, I don't know.
It made me think about, I don't know if you ever saw this movie, and I love this movie, and I don't know why. Zodiac with Jake Gyllenhaal and
no,
Robert
but I
Downey
hear it's like
Jr.
really good though.
Yeah, it's a really good. I think David Fincher is the director. I'm trying to think what other movies he did. He done a bunch of good movies.
Yeah.
But obviously it's a sort of dramatic telling of the Zodiac killer from what's that, the 70s or whatever.
Yeah.
And it reminded me of like some of his behavior then, of like writing the letters to the newspaper and like telling them, "Oh, I'm gonna kill these kids," and all this other crazy stuff, and like him thinking he's smarter than everybody.
Yeah.
Him wanting that attention and like being on the news and all these other things. He gave me those sorts of like parallels of like, oh, you really did that shit. Because that's even like, Son of Sam and all these other famous sort of like serial killers in history. Like a lot of them kind of operate in that same sort of way.
Yeah.
So I'm like, yeah, you did that.
Yeah.
You did that.
Yeah.
I also find it very interesting how the security, which is obviously Niall's uncle, he almost never answers Aggie. Like he just refused. Like she'll ask him a question directly, and he just like he'll just say whatever it is that he needs to say and keep it moving.
Yeah.
I feel like that's very intentional. I don't know why that's the case. I'm assuming because he's more so like trying to protect his brother, Niall's dad.
Yeah.
Was also, I wrote down here, which was funny to me, by episode 2, Aggie's dog is trash. I'm sorry for animal lovers. He's trash. He's trash. How you have the whole head of security in Aggie's crib. Aggie come back, he don't say a peep because he was still in the house.
I mean,
it wasn't like
dog. He's not a big dog. He a little dog.
I'm not asking for him to attack, but he didn't even like send any signals that
hey, yeah.
That white man in our house.
Yeah, my dog definitely would have done that. Steve, he was a little dog. He a little white dog. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
Couldn't be my dog.
It's just not in his DNA. It's just not in his DNA.
How you a dog? You ain't got no dog in you. Crazy.
You're a little white dog. His name's Steve. What you expect?
Out of control. Niall and his I guess that's his current wife, Nina.
Yeah.
Creepy vibes. Like,
yeah.
First I was thinking Nina was like, maybe she's like a slave or in fear of him, but clearly she's on board to a certain extent. But then also there was also like some weird sort of like lesbian vibes with her and Aggie. I was like, I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what to make of her character per se.
Very interesting character, I would say. Just off of me watching the whole entire series. Yeah, interesting character. Honestly, when I seen her, I thought wife maybe, but then it was like maybe sister, because it's like when they interacted, it wasn't really giving me wife. It was giving
romantic.
Yeah, it was no romance to me. When I first seen them, I'm like, maybe it's I was literally waiting to say, like, who is this girl to him? We had the same last name. Her name was Nina. I was like, Nina now type of thing. That's what I was thinking in my head. So I really wouldn't have known until they literally said, "Oh, my wife." That's the only way, because it was like, to me, no romance at all. At all.
Yeah. I would not be surprised if she has some sort of side thing. I wouldn't be surprised.
Can't wait to find out.
Something I had wrote down here, but then they answered it for me, was like, I didn't care about the FBI agents sleeping with each other, but then that became a very big plot point. That became a very big plot point. I was like, why are you showing me this? I don't care. Then when the head of security pulled up on Shorty, I was like,
yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
She already wrapped in. Like,
yeah.
she already wrapped in.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Jarvis family are like the bird family from Ozark. Anytime they get around you, they're like a virus. They just infiltrate and just influence, because they have the FBI agent wrapped up. Then they're about to get wrapped up Aggie's ex-wife. Like, so you could only imagine. And then you saw Niall meet the I think she's Spanish, the Spanish girl who's like trying to run against him or whatever. Or not running against him, stopping him from the real estate. The councilwoman from his real estate development. So I'm like, they're like a virus. You get near them, they're gonna infiltrate and find some way to like blackmail you and use you.
I mean, they're rich. Like, isn't it like their job?
This is true.
Just saying. This is true. So it's like, regular rich people shit. Regular rich people shit.
Accurate.
Yeah.
So then, speaking of this, do you believe Maggie's parents?
I watched it. So when I watched, I
forgot about that.
Like, I watched the whole thing, so like I know what's gonna happen. But when I saw the episode, I did believe them. Like I did believe them. I like, because they just look like, I feel like even the character, like the character, like they really picked the characters very like intentional, because something about the dad, like how he just looked innocent. Like, he looked like, of course, like he loved his daughter. Of course, he loved now. Like the mom, freaking Sally. Sally was the Sally was the mom. So it's like, even though I know Sally in Scandal is like the worst person ever, but
she was in Scandal?
Yes.
I remember her from isn't she Meredith Grey's mom?
Yes. She is her too. But just how they were speaking of him, they were like they just kept going on and on and on. I think the thing that caught me off guard was the brother. As soon as Aggie came into the house, the brother immediately left. Like, it wasn't like, I'm leaving. I'm like, I'm out. And he left. So I think that was kind of like the giveaway, I feel like, to me. But I did believe them. I did.
I didn't believe them. I didn't believe them.
Why?
At all. I just feel like with how much you see how the Jarvis family infiltrates people.
Yeah.
Like, unfortunately, people can be bought. And obviously with him, catching bodies, like, if you could kill my daughter, you could probably kill my old ass too. Like, that's why I ain't believe him at all.
I didn't think Jarvis was a killer though.
If you say so. I mean, you obviously know how it plays out because you watched the whole thing. I still will have to do so.
Yeah.
Which then makes my next question null and void, was like, what do you think they have on Abbott's partner? Since she said she's separated with her husband and her kid, but obviously you know the truth. So
I mean, I feel like I'm just trying to talk without giving too much. I feel like I'm trying to think about like how I felt watching it, like, before I found out the whole entire story. I feel like once I got to episode 4, I was like, I gotta keep watching this. This shit is good. But because I feel like episode 4 was like a peak, honestly. And like that was a good halfway point for sure. But honestly, I didn't really know what they had on her. But and they really don't say much either about what they have on her. I felt like it was just like, okay, they have somebody in the FBI in their pocket. That's kind of how I thought about it. Like, clearly, these are influential people. These people have money. All, pretty much all series like this, they have somebody in law enforcement. So
Mm-hmm.
that's kind of how I thought of it. Like, okay, here they go, another person they have in law enforcement. So that's how I took it.
Yeah, I didn't come up with any specific sort of like ideas as to how or what they have on her. I
Yeah,
just feel like when you're dealing with any form of law enforcement, there's usually something dirty that they're doing.
yeah,
And so it's easy to like, hey, we know about this, and you kind of swept it under the rug. Like, for example, we were just talking about Last Frontier.
hmm,
Easily a way of like, oh, we could have, we know the truth about this, and so this is something you don't
yeah,
want to get out. So that was my only thought.
yeah,
Um, Only other thought I have on here, like obviously by episode 3, she's at the Jarvis. Well, she's at now Jarvis's
yeah.
father's big ass mansion, nice ass mansion.
Yes.
And I was like, yo, smoking at the kids' party is wild, but WPS, WPS. But that was the only major thoughts. And I mean, obviously, episode 4 ends with the crazy moment of him killing uh FBI agent
Yeah, Abbott.
Abbott, which I was not expecting at all.
At
But then
all,
also like
no.
he also did a great job of like playing unhinged, obsessed, like I shouldn't be doing this, but I just can't. And it's
Are you
like,
saying
bro,
Abbott?
yes, he did a
Yeah,
great job of like playing
yeah.
unhinged.
I feel like yeah. Sorry to cut you off. Go ahead.
No, I was only to say I remember him from like this old TV show that got
Yeah,
canceled from in like after 2 seasons. But I was like, yo, I haven't seen him in anything since then. So it was like
yeah,
nice to see him. And then it was like, oh, you actually got some acting chops. Like I didn't
yeah.
expect this out of you.
Yeah, I feel like even how they introduced him, where it was
Mm-hmm.
like he's drunk, but to your point, he's obsessed
Mm-hmm.
of like this case, or obsessed with Niall Jarvis, and whatever he did with his ex-wife, well, not ex, his deceased wife. She's not ex. I think I said ex. But anyway, just that, and then like I think the craziest thing is when he broke into his house.
Mm.
And like that, I was so
Stress.
freaking yes, I was so nervous for him. First off, the dogs in themselves, like, smart that he put them to sleep, but, like, only for 30 minutes? That's crazy. And then, like, him getting the files, like,
Uh-huh.
oh, I was just stressed out. But then when the dogs attacked him, trying to get out, I was like, "Oh, he's gonna get found out. Like, he's gonna get found out." But finding out what's on those files, that was a plot twist. That was a plot twist.
Yes, I was not expecting that. I really thought he killed Teddy, but for the fact that
Yeah,
he's like keeping
yeah,
him alive is kind of
yeah,
actually nuts.
yeah,
Especially if there's a live feed, that means there's some sort of like black market possibly sort of
yeah.
vibe attached to it. So I found that really interesting.
Like, that's
Um,
when I was like, "Oh, now it's like, he's a psychopath." Like,
mm-hmm,
he's a true psychopath, like,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
true psychopath.
Good TV. Good
Yes.
TV. I got the only other points I got to make are some of my favorite moments. I don't know when this happens in episode 2, but there was a moment where I think Aggie is looking for something in her house, and
Mhm.
she opens up the drawer in her nightstand, and there's a vibrator in there. And I just find it funny because like you have to have a conversation. It's like, hey, what should we put in the nightstand? And it's like, oh,
That's
let's put
true.
a
I
vi-
mean, I feel
let's put a
like most women do have. I feel like
I mean, yes, but for like to intentionally put it in there, it's like I don't know. Found it funny because it's like if it
maybe
was just
more
a bunch of
realistic.
bugs, like I was like, oh, okay, it's just
That's
regular
she's a
stuff. And then
messy,
it's
but
like,
honestly, it really tracked with her because it was like everything was just mess. Like, it was just mess in there, and then you
chaos.
have that. So that was very similar to like her character everywhere,
Hmm. Hmm.
everywhere, everywhere. So I do like that too.
I forgot who said this. I think this was Niall, but a quote I wrote down from episode 3: making something worth leaving behind is the closest thing to immortality. And I was like, that's a bar.
One
Uh,
thing that I didn't, this legacy thing, like, I people talk about legacy, especially men. I hear men talking about legacy all of the time, and I'm literally always like, what does that even mean? Like,
who cares?
Kinda. I'm not saying it, but I'm thinking it. Like, what does that even mean? Like, okay, you're here today, gone tomorrow, and then it's like life still moves on. Nobody's really thinking about the past. You're always thinking about the future, you know? So I think it's so interesting that that's something, Niall and his father have like a obsession about is their legacy. Very male-centered, male type,
Yeah, especially for like those alpha male sort
Exactly.
of types, and that's sort of the trope that they
Yeah.
kind of fall under.
Yeah.
Episode 4, that Aggie and Shelly argument.
Oh, child. Shelly hate her.
Yeah, because it's like I'm a struggling, in my field. I have an opportunity to like expose myself to like real money, and you kind of like blocking my blessing.
Cause Aggie a hater. Aggie is a hater.
Listen,
Aggie
man.
wants to be the HBIC.
Listen, man. It be the ones closest to you.
Always.
Be the ones closest to you.
Always.
And then what she said, and I think Shelly said this to her: you rather invent a murderer instead of looking in the goddamn mirror.
Aggie got that bloodlust too.
And then the last quote I have here, also from episode 4, which I wrote this down specifically. Well, I'll say it after. But the quote, I think, is from, what's the woman's name? Maggie's father, when Aggie goes over there. And the quote he says is like, because media and everybody keep asking about everything and like whether Niles did it or not. He says something along the lines of like, feels like when someone writes something, they are killing her all over again. Reason why I wrote that down is like, I'm not the biggest fan of like watching certain documentaries that like retell like really traumatic events, because I feel like when those things start to become like cultural phenomenons, like those people have to live those circumstances again. So like I think it was last year HBO had that documentary series on like all those child actors that was like being abused in some sort of way.
That was deep.
And and like stuff like that becomes cultural phenomenon. Everybody's talking about it on social media. These people have social media. So they're having to like rehash it. Then it's all on, news syndicates and things of that nature. So it's like you're essentially making them people like go through that experience all over again when they try to do some sort of healing.
That's basically what's going on. Okay. You have anything else to say about this show?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
My thing to say, and it's honestly because I watched the show and I started rewatch, like once I watched it, I was like, okay, let me watch the episodes again so for the pod or whatever. So you know that Aggie is a author, right? Her book is called, what is it called? Like Sleepy Dog or something like that. It's something silly. It's something really, really silly.
But, I gotta find it. Go ahead.
But they never really, if you're not really paying attention, they don't really say what the book is about. Do you know what the book is about? But they talk about it's really good though, right?
Yes.
Okay. When I watched it again, the book is actually about her dad. And she doesn't even speak to her dad anymore. And I guess he was like a con man or something. Like he was like a sociopath or something like that. And that's what she wrote the book about. And that's what she got the Pulitzer for. That's some good writing right there.
Yeah, because like they bring it up a lot. They bring it up often.
They bring it up often, but they don't talk about really what the book is about. They do drop it in there, but they drop it in there very like, the sky is blue. The floor is wet type of thing. Like they don't.
The book is Sick Puppy.
Sick Puppy. Exactly. So that's another thing. Like you think like I just told you what the book is about, but Sick Puppy is not making you think about your dad being a con man and a sociopath. Fraudulent too.
And the first episode is called Sick Puppy.
Yep.
It was executive produced by Jodie Foster and Conan O'Brien.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, hold on.
They got some.
I'm mad we doing this live.
Heat.
The script was in production for 6 to 7 years. See, that's commitment.
Damn.
Commitment.
Damn.
I mean, what's it call it? Homeland been off air for a good minute. So he had time.
Yeah, wow. See, greatness takes time, for real. For real.
I mean, shout out to them, yo. Shout out to them.
Real.
I don't know if you could do this, but I definitely rated the first 4 episodes for myself. Okay. I gave all of them a 4. Like, it's really good TV. Like,
honestly, I would give all of them at least a 4.5, and then I would give the episode 4. I think that was like I said, that was a good mid-season, like, cliffhanger. Like, the next 4 episodes are going to be this. Like, it's kind of setting it up. I would give that one like
a 5.
Damn near. Damn near.
Which is interesting, and maybe because people aren't aware of it, and hopefully by the time they see this episode, they go and they tap in.
Yeah.
But when looking at the general public's sort of ratings on it, episode 1 they gave it a 7.5. Episode 2 they gave it a 7.4. Episode 3 they gave it a 7.6, and then episode 4 they gave a 7.8.
Yeah.
Which, I don't know, I feel like all of those episodes deserve nothing less than an 8.
I agree.
Because, like, it's good TV. It's good TV. Even if you can't even grasp everything that's going on, just for Claire Danes' performance and how she's interacting with all the people around her. And, like, she's literally being, like, this panic, anxiety-driven, white woman who's lost her son, lost her marriage, is struggling. She got money issues. She got writer's block. She going through it.
She ain't got no money.
Her dog don't protect her. Like, what? Like,
the thing that's pissing me off is, like, girl, you need the money. If you don't just tell him to give you a quick 100,000, whatever the case may be, get the little joggers.
That's how you get caught up. And that's how you get caught up. You need the bread, and then that's how you get caught up.
She needed it because her house raggedy.
I mean, yes, but also at the same time, it's a big ass house.
It is, but raggedy.
Big ass house. And I would imagine they made it look raggedy from a production standpoint. I could only imagine how beautiful that house actually looks if once they take all the crap out.
Of course.
But I will say, episode 6 and 7 were above an 8. So
it does get better. I'm not gonna lie. It gets better. It gets better.
I will see. But that's all we got for this one. You see how good it feels to actually talk about good TV that's airing versus the filth that's on Apple TV. Like, how dare
Apple
they?
Pissing me off. I feel like Apple was doing really good with, like, Severance and Silo. Like, they really have some really, like, a lot of the shows that I watch Apple TV were really, really good. I'm disappointed.
I feel like they might be slightly overhyped. Because outside of Severance, I'm not gonna give you no beef on Silo. I'm not gonna give you no beef on Silo. Outside of Severance, Ted Lasso was good until the last season. Changeling was good up until the last 2 episodes.
That was the dumbest show.
Invasion. Is it Invasion? Invasion was good up until, like, maybe season
2.
Yeah, season 2. I was like, why are y'all doing this to me?
Yeah.
Outside of that, I don't care about the morning show. Although I heard it's
morning
good.
Show was good up until, like, season 3.
Yeah, I feel like funny enough, I feel like I saw a tweet today, like, the morning show has lost its plot. They don't.
I haven't even started this current season because the last one was like, this should be the end of it. Like, I'm done with this. I'm done.
Yeah. I don't know if they really knocking it out the park the way people talk about it, but
the morning show.
Well, no, just in general, like Apple
Apple
TV.
TV.
I feel like
I feel like they have great shows, and I feel like the ones that they originally dropped, like when the morning show dropped, I remember people like hyping that up a lot. So like they started off high, and now they're like, people, we got the people in. Yeah.
I'm going down, babe.
Literally.
Oh man. Well, hopefully they prove us wrong moving forward. I don't know what else is on the docket for them that I'm aware of, but we'll find out.
Yo, you didn't watch the Idris Elba one? That one was good too. Hijack. They come out with
Hijack was cool. Hijack was solid. I won't say it was great. It's interesting to see him play a character who's not necessarily in a position of power.
Yeah.
He didn't do a bad job. It's just different than what he normally has done of like a Stringer Bell or even Luther. They're supposed to be doing another Luther movie too.
Never watched it. Don't even want to.
That movie that dropped on Netflix.
It was good. Okay.
Fire. I recommend that. The TV show, that's The TV show is not bad. I never watched it. I watched like a recap because it was mad seasons.
Yeah.
But the movie I watched, I was like, oh no, this is good. So if they're doing another one, I would definitely watch the second one. But that's all we got. We thank you all for tuning in. We hope you enjoy this episode. Obviously, you hear our tones. You see the smiles on our faces.
I'm not yawning. I didn't even yawn, y'all. That's crazy.
I'm going to be yawning soon. But make sure you like, you comment, you subscribe, rate and review. We deeply, 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 deeply appreciate all the support we've been getting on social. Like, been warming my cold heart, you know.
Not your cold heart.
Listen, man, it's tough out here, you know. You can't be, you know, can't get caught slipping like that. So, you know, you got to move a certain way. But yes, we deeply appreciate everybody and their support. I try to make an effort to react to everybody on social media and comment. So, especially TikTok, YouTube, we're doing solid. First 30 days or so, like we doing solid. So we appreciate it. As a new show, as two people who ain't social media personalities, who ain't got a large following. Like first of all, we appreciate y'all taking the time, and we appreciate y'all respecting our opinions, our perspectives. We talk very arrogantly, like we're experts, but you know, we're consumers just like everybody else. You know, it's just the Aquarius in us. Like, we just, you know.
That part. Can't wait for the season.
So, you know, that's all we got. We'll catch y'all next week. And that's it. Bye.